Two people in the Spartan state could have a tombstone with their name on it. One, a man who died in battle. The other, a woman who died in childbirth. Because both acts were seen as giving your life for the state. And if you reflect on that for a few moments, childbirth, child-rearing is for the state. Not the family, not the individual, it's for the state.
While strong babies like Leonidas are spared, many in this warrior cult are left to perish. The Spartans believe that these babies would likely not even survive the unique Spartan training program. One which transforms ordinary boys into killing machines. The Greek historian Herodotus writes that at age 7, every Spartan boy, including Leonidas, is taken from his family and placed in military training camps.
The life of a young Spartan boy would strike us as harsh today. Until about age 7, he would be left with his mother mostly. Father would make visits, etc. It would be a kind of a normal boy. At that point, he would be taken into a kind of state system of education. And there they would live a rough military life.
Here, young Leonidas will live, train, and learn to kill.
When a young boy was taken from his mother at age 7 and entered the agoge, the upbringing, he never did anything except train for the next 12 years until he entered the army.
Fight! Their education focused on military skills and discipline and toughness. They were often not fed sufficiently, so they'd be hungry all the time. This would encourage them to steal in order to eat.
You were taught not to cry. You were taught to conceal pain. Their whole society was set up to try and strip you of individual identity.
Another very bizarre ritual that they engaged in to make sure that their guys were tough is that they would be flogged until they bled in groups, and whoever was the toughest and stood the longest was very highly honored. And the families would stand around and yell and scream at the boys, "Don't you pass out, don't you pass out." There does seem to be some indication that there was an increasing level of violence as you got older, and of course one suspects that this is aimed toward ultimately the experience of battle, where you're going to have blood and brains and everything all over you.
In some ways, you really want to see the Spartans as a dysfunctional fraternity, where the hazing and the other aspects of fraternity life go awry.
As the boys get older, the training becomes more and more intense.
Do honor to your family! Do honor to your Spartan heritage! You will get strong, or you will die! Push, Spartan! Push!
By the time Leonidas and the Spartan boys reach their early teens, weapons like wooden swords and tipless spears are added to the military training. Still, during these war games, consequences can be deadly.